Wooshi, if you're listening to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the recording. I'm gonna expose you hard, man.
Oh no! Go to jail.
All right, let's get synced up. Let's what's our system again?
3, 2, 1, sync.
Yes. Okay.
Alright, on
Wooshi, do
three.
you wanna
Alright,
lead us?
we're ready? Alright, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Sync. Alright, Wooshi, that's your problem now.
You're recording the raw audio, right? You're recording the call.
Yes, I am.
All right,
Hold
that's
on,
good enough for me.
Simon
I'm not just gonna use the call, but I'm gonna help. The call is gonna help.
It'll sync it.
Unless you forgot to record your main audio by itself, like I did, so you have to use the call.
Simon, yeah, we gotta start like saying stuff at the same time or answering questions before they're asked, so that Wooshi thinks the audio's wrong.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree, Simon Cat.
No, guys. All right, just because.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I made the editing process harder for both of you. Doesn't mean you have the right to do the exact same thing to me.
Oh, we have the right.
No. Because I'm the glue holding the script together.
Are you?
Yeah, man. It's all me.
Wait,
I'm
glue
the
made from
listen.
cows?
I don't want to like say too much, but like I'm the reason most of the stuff we actually did together happened, right?
No, bro, I made the logo.
Okay, but I'm the reason
I wanted to make a
that
drawing.
This is happening.
Oy vey, how's it going, fellas? I'm Wooshi. I'm the main guy of this episode. I'm the man in charge this time. I got the topics. I'm the editor.
He's been saying this for 3 episodes now, or like the last
Alright.
2.
No, I'm really the man of this house now. I can manipulate your guys' words to make it sound like you're agreeing with me. I have agreeing yeses, a catalog of agreeing yeses from all of you that I can just drag and drop into my editor.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
Can you guys give me a few more? Hit me with a few yes.
Yes.
No.
Totally. Uh-huh. Every day. Absolutely. That's correct. That good enough?
Wacko gets it. Simon Cat, I'm gonna say something really bad about you, and I'm gonna put your no there, so I can still use that to my advantage.
I see.
Or I'm gonna
I
say
see how
something really good about you.
Simon Cat, you're intelligent, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, we should make that work.
So I'm Sammy Cat. Wyatt Wentwacko is here too.
Yep.
Oh,
Our
sure.
friend.
Okay. It is episode 3. Should we set up some kind of order of operations here, where like there's an actual intro and an actual outro?
No.
Okay.
It's set in stone at this point. We're improvisers. Is what we do here.
So this is probably the one we've planned the least. I mean, Wooshi has been writing down some stuff that we'll
I wrote
be
down
talking
some
about.
Over the
questions
past
on the
10
spot.
minutes.
As I got in this call because I forgot that it being my episode also means that I'm in charge of the topics. So we're gonna have some fun today. It's not gonna be relevant to something that's happening. I don't remember what our topic was for the first episode, but I'm sure it was very relevant.
Just to clarify, me and Wacko don't know what's gonna happen at all.
Yeah. Also
Yep,
to clarify,
I didn't tell them nothing. This is how my episodes are gonna roll. They hear everything the same time as you guys.
Usually, for those that don't know, we've been recording it. Well, we recorded it together, obviously, because it's a podcast. But we've been editing it one after the other. I edited the first one, then Simon Cat the next one, and this one's Wooshi's. So whoever's week it is, they're in charge. They get to edit it. They get to choose a topic, etc.
Yep. In my episodes, you guys don't get the topics because I don't want you guys yapping on about the topics when I'm not recording. Alright?
Oh man.
I'm excited, dude. I'm more excited than I should be.
Very good, great. You ready for me to drop one on you, man?
Is it about crackers?
I do want to real quick mention something we were laughing
Crackers?
about for a little bit before we started recording.
Okay.
Don't
Yellow
bring this up.
Well, so I spent like half an hour trying to find something that I remembered out of the corner of my brain existed and I went down a rabbit hole trying to find the Fun with Names guy, the guy who sings songs with the exact same music every time, just interchange the lyrics with a bunch of different names. He's made like 1,000 of them, but weirdly enough, in Volume 10, there's like a good stretch of 50 songs that are not names, and we don't know where they came from or why he decided
yellow pea.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I just went to like go sit by myself in a VC, maybe chat with a few people, just doing homework for like an hour. And for like almost the entire hour, Simon Cat has been sitting in call, not being productive, just looking for the stupid song. That's the entire thing he's been doing.
I wasn't even here because, of course, the guy who's in charge of this episode has to be late. That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, we got called 2 hours ago, and then Wushi wasn't here, and we were like, okay, I guess we'll wait for Wushi.
They got in the call 2 hours ago. I said, give me an hour, and then 2 hours later, here I am.
Yay! No, everything's good.
Yep,
Yeah,
we're here now. We're recording.
I've been.
You hope.
Wait, continue.
What?
Well, continue.
I don't know. I was just gonna mention, every podcast I have to mention my log of what I worked on for videos. I wrote a tiny song. There you go. It's gonna be like 5 seconds every episode. I mention my log of what I did. Anyway, continue.
The way that we structured the podcast when we started was start with our day or our week, and then the topic. And then the outro or questions.
Oh, this is
Are we gonna
true.
start with our day, or are we jumping into questions?
Let's talk about our days or weeks or whatever.
Okay. What you been up to?
You know what? Lately, it's been a whole lot of Blender. I bet I'm gonna be answering this same answer a lot because this is what I'm gonna be up to for a long time. I'm doing a project related to Blender animation. I'm learning animation on Blender, and I'm doing a bunch of cool stuff with it. That's all I'm going to say right now.
I'm excited.
Wacko,
I may or may not
you?
have an idea of what it is, but I'm still excited.
Wacko, what about you?
Kind of boring. It's not like production or anything, because, in, what month is it? In October, no, it wasn't October. Yeah, in October, I'm trying to get things straight. In October, I had a ghost trick video. And while I made that video, there were like some issues. I was waiting on other people's footage, so I couldn't finish that. So while I was waiting to finish that video, I just made another one. And then I was like, okay, this will be the November video, because I upload once a month. So that's the November video done. And then I finished the ghost trick one. So the video for this month is done, so I haven't had to make a video. So I've just spent most of the month, or just recently, just playing a bunch of games. I beat Subnautica for a video. Stay tuned for that. I beat Doom, because I hadn't beat it yet. I beat the game by Mark Brown, Game Maker's Toolkit, Mind Over Magnet, good game. I'm playing Katana Zero now. I beat Into the Pit, because that came out a while ago. I hadn't beat that. Just been playing a bunch of stuff. Kind of wasting time. I wanted to record today, but I didn't get around to it. So hopefully I can record Friday and actually get working again, because I haven't been doing anything important recently.
Yeah, I've just been mainly doing school. Not had time for, a whole lot of other stuff.
I've had all the time in the world lately.
Very boring week.
You mentioned you wrote a song for your next video. I've also written a song for a video, but I haven't written the video around the song. I know I've written the song and I want to put it in a video. And I know what the video's going to be about, but I haven't written it yet. And I don't want to write it because I've written the next 4 videos. And I don't want to write another one on top of that because I kind of want to get stuff moving instead of having just a huge backlog of scripts because that would suck. So I want to move forward before I even start this, but I'm super excited about that.
Bro, I've been wanting to incorporate a musical aspect into some of my projects for a while, but it's just it's easy to write it. It's not super hard to come up with sort of a melody. The problem is I know nothing about the creation of music, and it sounds like a hard thing to communicate to someone, your exact vision to get like a good instrumental for all that, and it would bother me to no end to just use an instrumental that already exists. So I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
It's just a
Like,
whole mess, but I'd love to.
it sounds terrible, and it's gonna be terrible. That's why I'm gonna do a parody so I can cheat.
Oh yes, the parody. If you can properly incorporate a parody, like you're in.
See, I've actually thought about it a little bit, because myself somewhat and my family is musically talented, and we have access to some instruments in my own home. I can just throw together something. I've never done it before, but I'm gonna try it, and it's gonna be cool.
Oh, that is cool. I wish I would. I mean, I guess I've grown up around some musically talented people, but that's an interest I never picked up in my childhood, and now it's hard to get into.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've never been really as talented at any of that kind of stuff as the rest of my family, but it's not like it would be hard to ask them to like help.
I would learn. I think I would learn guitar. I think one day if I got nothing to do, like, sure, that's something to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, my grandpa was really good at playing music, and he taught me some stuff, but nothing super advanced. And then I forgot everything, and I don't really care to learn it, because if I want to make something, I want to make it for a video, so I want it to sound like, I want to make it as good as I can. And the best way to do that, to have like multiple instruments and to have it as high quality, would be to do it digitally. So like, I don't feel a need to learn an instrument, because I'm never gonna want to play. Well, it'll be cool to play one, but I don't know when or where or how I'd play it. So like, I'm not gonna spend all the time to learn it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what isn't quite hard to get original though. I haven't done it yet, but I would love to hire someone to like make me some original soundtrack, not just for my channel, but for the Blender project I was talking about. I would really love sort of a crazy, wacky Looney Tunes like sort of sounding thing for that. So I'm kind of looking for people who know how to do that.
There's a few people in the Creator Hub that know music. I watched a video by Joe Films, friend of the show, the other day about him making a school project where he like remade songs from the Zelda Breath of the Wild, but like in his own style, and he redid them, and they're like new melodies, but it's like the same feeling and theme, and they were really good.
That's cool. You know, I was thinking about just going on Fiverr, but you know, if they know how to do some crazy like wacky like Looney Tunes sort of soundtrack sounded music, like that's what I'm going for.
Yeah,
that's sort of a. Yeah. I feel like a lot of what you get with, like, let's just say you have a small YouTuber friend that knows how to make music. I feel like a lot of what you get, it's hard to find people who know how to do that sort of style.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're talking about this right now, I may as well mention what I mentioned to Wacko earlier, which is just, when I'm writing a video, which hasn't happened a lot lately because I cannot for the life of me figure out what the video is even, the direction is even supposed to be, but that's a whole other thing. When I write a video, I go on a walk around a loop.
Yes.
Like a 4-mile loop around my my neighborhood. I say neighborhood, it's cornfields, but
same thing.
Yeah. I had got it's like 4 miles, and I had barely written anything because it takes 3 hours or so. Something that should have taken me 5 minutes to write took me 3 hours because I decided to turn it into a song.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yep.
Dude, I relate to that so much. I have the exact same situation, except it's a 6-mile walk and probably more cornfield. But I take the same loop every day. I love it. It puts a smile on my face to be outside in the sunlight. It's great. But that's where I come up. What's up, Wacko?
No, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I come up with all my every good idea I've had. It was probably on that loop, and I wasn't trying to come up with an idea. I've had like great joke ideas, and I've had entire episode ideas for the project I've been going on about. That just revolve around like just a situation where I can tell the funny joke idea I had, and that's what my process has been looking like.
Yeah. Usually
you're talking about.
I don't get like huge surges of inspiration or motivation that often, but when I do, it's usually when I reach it's either when I reach the credits of a game or a new video from someone in our community comes out and I watch it, and then
I can do better.
Wow, I want to make something cool now, so then I go on. I open DaVinci, and something happens.
Yeah.
You're speaking of like walking around cornfields. What I'm picturing is like you have a piece of paper on one corner. You walk all the way around, write one line, write all the way around again, and just continue writing like that, where you can't write while you walk the entire way around. I know that's not how you do it, but
No,
I feel like that's how I'm picturing it.
There's no writing involved. It's just me and my thoughts, and that's where all my good ideas come from.
This is not really related that much. I just want to point out that I think it's funny that every time I go on this walk, I walk past Lasagna's house, friend of my show.
Not friend of this show. He's not our friend. He's a Dashel hater.
Yeah, Dashel. That's another thing. That's another whole thing.
Yeah, I got the same situation, except I walked past my physical therapist's house.
Nice.
Oh, I bet he's probably nicer than Lasagna.
It's a sheep, but it is kind of cool though because.
Well, I guess I'm a terrible person. My bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna call the police. It's pretty cool though that's the person that I'm always walking past because it's walking that I couldn't do that I needed physical therapy for.
Oh my!
Awesome.
It's like the opposite of irony. It's like what is it?
Now like they can kind of like look at me and think like, he's still walking like that.
Can you walk up to her and ask her if she's a Dashel hater like Lasagna?
I don't think she would know what any of that means.
She doesn't.
That hasn't stopped Wacko. He has a whole notebook.
Oh my! I've been going up to people in my school with a piece of paper saying, "Are you a Dashel hater? Yes or no?" And I'm just asking, sign it. Every single person, or not everyone, like probably like 80% of the people go, "Who's Dashel?" I'm like, "That's no." And then I just tell them that it's an obscure Mario character, and they're like, "Oh, okay," because they think I'm asking them like a drama question. Do you support Dashel?
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?" And then it's like, no, it's a stupid inside joke. And they're like, "Oh," and it's funny.
That's great, man.
Yeah, I mean, presenting that kind of thing at a school instead of a workplace will definitely make people think that. I hadn't thought of that because I'm too stupid to.
You said you come up with ideas in like, walking around cornfields for some reason. I come up with ideas just like in bed. Like for the past 3 days, or no, 4 days actually. I've gone to lay down, and as soon as I lay down, I think of an idea and have to get up and write it down before I go back to bed. Because I don't want to forget it, and too often I don't do that, and I forget it, and it's terrible.
It's happened a few times.
But there's some good ideas.
No, it's the same. As long as I'm trapped with me and my thoughts, which going to bed will do that because I take forever before I can fall asleep. I'm one of those. So I come up with a lot of ideas just trying to sleep, too.
Yeah. The other day I thought of this, like, cool superhero idea where he had, like bouncy armor, and he like curled up in a ball and just bounced around. It was awesome.
Yeah, I would get a lot more done, and just be able to do a whole lot more things in general if my thoughts naturally drifted to that instead of whatever. Like,
you think you'd be more productive if you thought about bouncy armored soldiers instead of whatever you were doing? As
someone who does think like that, I will say, when your mind comes up with all these crazy ambitious ideas, it's hard to commit to something. I've learned that. I'm because I come up with the same wacky bouncy arm people. This actually doesn't kind of transition into one of the topics that I had. It was going to be the first question I was going to ask, so I think that was a good time.
Yeah. Well, we're about 20 minutes in, so it's a good it's a good point.
Yeah.
Technically,
so
we're 20 minutes and 25 seconds.
So like we're all like ambitious, like sort of video maker people who want to make cool things.
Creative?
Storytellers, if you will. We're all creative people. So like, what have you guys ever had any like ideas for something, like a project or something that is entirely unrelated to what you're doing on YouTube right now that you would still want to do?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, definitely yes, but I don't entirely remember what they are at the moment. So if they come to me, I will bring them up. But also, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
I will. Back when I was a kid, me and my brother used to play pretend because we were children, and
of course
we would pretend superheroes. And I got bored of the superheroes, so I started just making up my own, and they were all wildly unbalanced and stupid. But there were a few of them that were like, that's kind of cool. And then I kept them, and I wrote them down. And then years later, what year would it have been? It would have been like 2016, 17 maybe. Me, my brother, and two of my cousins made a film of just the superhero. And we thought it was awesome. It's like 20 minutes. It's terrible. It is completely, utterly terrible. I used iMovie on my phone. It's how I edit it. You know how, like, people make fun of Johnny Test for having the same whip noise?
Yeah.
Only hit... I couldn't find a sword noise, so I just used a golf club. Every single time anything contacted anything else, it was a golf club noise, and it sounds awful.
That's incredible.
That's so cool.
It's genuinely not a good film. But I loved making it, and I've always wanted to do something like that again. So, like with 2-3 years ago, I wrote down a plan for like a season of a TV show that I was gonna self-produce, where I was all the actors of this superhero, like his origin story and stuff like that. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then I never got around to making it because I started my YouTube channel instead. So
Golf Man.
it's still.
And he doesn't even know the rules.
Not Golf Man. No, he's not that clever.
Just hits things with a golf club.
No, this is awful.
Just
I should show you guys it sometime. I don't think I've ever mentioned it to like anybody, but it's now public. So
I would love to see that, and I would love to see you go through with that one day. You know, make a. So what? You just into like making superhero stuff?
I used to make a bunch. I used to draw them. I used to write stories about them. I used to just come up with like ideas for cool gimmicks. Something that I really like is trying to think of things like not necessarily real, but in a way that is consistent, which is how I would put it, where it's not like it can't happen in real life, but in this fictional world, anything that can happen will happen according to the rules that exist.
Yeah, it's grounded in its own logic.
Like in Avatar, where they're like, oh, you can move water. Oh, therefore you can also move blood. Therefore you can also move plants. And then you can, right? So it makes sense. I've always liked coming with ideas and trying to push them to their limits. What can this lead to? And so I have notes of this fantasy world that I've invented of cool things I've thought of that could exist in the world and push them to their limits, and how the scientists can use them, and how people can use them for fighting or for cooking or whatever. And I just have notes of this stuff because I find this stuff awesome. Just like the idea of creating all this interesting things. I don't do anything with it because what am I gonna do? But I still think it's cool.
I've never seen this side of you before, Wacko. This is the same stuff I hear from all my artists, cartoon drawing friends. All these crazy ambitious ideas. Except you don't do that. You make charming little MS Paint drawings sometimes, but that's about it.
This is the well, it doesn't surprise me that if it were going to be anything, that it would be this for you.
I don't. Okay, so I like coming up with ideas. I'm the idea man. I'm not the draw man because I suck at drawing, and that sucks because it's everyone's the idea man. So like, if there's too many idea mans and not enough people making stuff, so like I can't find people to make stuff because people making stuff also have their own ideas, and it doesn't work out. So I want to like make it myself, but I can't because it costs money and time, and if I spend time on that, it takes time away from my YouTube channel, and that's kind of the priority, which might not be good, but it is to me.
See, that's why my upload schedule I sort of established as whatever it needs to be in that moment, because now I can just like I can learn Blender and do all this cool stuff on that without putting anything out, and nobody bats an eye.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like I knew that if I didn't have a schedule, I wouldn't get anything done.
Yeah.
You know, which
Yeah,
we can probably
of
tell
course.
because you don't get anything done. I'm sorry.
This
But,
is true.
Like, so I put the limit to myself of I have to upload once a month, and therefore I will upload once a month. So if I miss a month, I genuinely feel terrible, which is probably not a healthy mindset, but it's what motivates me to not miss
It
anything.
keeps you
This
going.
is
Yeah.
this is how you're a little bit different from us. I've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one downside to what I do is a lot of the cool stuff I make never sees the light of day because I take so long on it that I've kind of moved on to the next idea before it's finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we take as long as we need. We are not as disciplined as you.
Well, I will take as long as I need, and I have, and I procrastinate terribly. So my solution is my calendar, which you guys know about because everything's up there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
detail everything I do at every second of the day because if I don't, I will spiral out of control and get nothing done, and it will be terrible. But if I write everything down, then I know exactly when things need to be done, and I can get things done on time, and that's how I do it. And it was working out, and I don't want to mess it up, or my life is gonna fall into shambles. So it's the thread keeping me together.
You know what? You found something that works for you, man. That if that's, I mean, you are putting yourself in a vulnerable position if someone pulls that little thread out. But other than that, like you're trucking.
I'm trucking.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as far as my answer to that question, I've
Are you gonna answer now?
I've always been interested in like not like landscape architecture and just world designing just
Map design.
environments. Yeah, I've always really wanted to do something like that, but I never really thought of like a very
How to use
viable way to do it, especially at that such a young age. I am seriously considering becoming like some sort of interior designer or like exterior designer, something like that. As a job or career, because that could definitely work, and satisfy my need to design stuff like that.
You know,
Definitely.
all I'm gonna say is, man, like, Blender is good for that kind of stuff.
Right,
Like,
right.
If you want a few tips, like,
Right.
I'm here.
Right. Well, because once
Lucy wants to expand his business empire.
I discovered Blender thanks to you guys, I was like, oh yeah, one of these days I am going to learn it and actually commit to learning it, and I'm not just gonna say I can't do it. I'm actually gonna commit to learning that.
And
'cause
if
I
you
want
get
to
really
try.
good at making, like, landscapes and backgrounds and stuff, I'm also here. If you want to make some money, not too much, but a little bit. I don't have a lot of people for that. I don't know a lot of people who know Blender. If you get really good at that, like...
Yeah, I part of like why probably I'm so interested in that kind of stuff is I always loved, like, whenever I would go to a friend's house or someone's house I'd never been to before, I'm just sitting in the bedroom that I'm sleeping in, I would just sit there and take in the atmosphere. Like, I really like atmosphere. That's what I like.
Oh,
So,
of course.
So sometimes I do that, but instead of like being like, "Ooh, let me study the atmosphere," I go, "That tile on the ceiling is turned the wrong way," and I point out to everyone that there's some small thing wrong.
This is how me and you are different, Wacko.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where I stand on this. I love observing my surroundings, but the thing that I love the most is if I'm in someone's house that I don't know super well, and I'm just like witnessing this whole other world of someone who had a much different life than me. And it feels like I'm in a horror movie or something. It's so funny, and I like that feeling, man.
Yeah, and of course it goes without saying that but that more than probably a lot of other things has probably continued to shape my taste in the games I play.
Yeah.
That feeling of walking into someone's house for the first time, like,
oh yeah.
I'd love to capture that in one of my projects.
Do you guys ever like have the media you consume shape how you act?
Yes. Yeah. My buddy always tells me, you talk an awful lot like how they talk on those Scott Stash videos where they're just hanging out on the couch.
That's just talking. What is it?
No, I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, I don't really
like
I don't really watch
And I know
those
that it's
videos
true
that much.
because I consume way too much. I've seen all of them like multiple times. It's just such a great background. They have such a similar sense of humor to me. And it's great background noise to put on while I'm doing projects.
Yeah, I love I think I'm probably more so a little bit the other way around, because like like everything about how I act continues to funnel my taste in games
Media.
and movies and all that into one direction.
One Direction. No.
Not that.
The reason I bring it up is Psych, the detective show. It's a really good show, but in the show, he's not psychic, but he pretends to be psychic by like catching on to small details and thinking, "Oh, there's dog food over there. That guy must have a dog." And I was like, "Oh, you have a dog?" And he's like, "Oh, how'd you know that? Are you psychic?" So that's what he does. So when I watch the show too much, which has happened, I'll like go in people's houses and like, "Oh, let me look around. Oh, there's blue curtains."
The little glow happens around the object in your head.
I'm like, I'm gonna be a detective here. It is great. It is terrible, but that's what I do every time. And I've
so
never,
goofy.
I don't think I've ever actually like figured anything interesting out because I'm not that smart. But
No,
I
but you
try to
picture it.
sometimes.
No, I haven't seen much of the show, but I'll do the same thing if it's on my mind. I'll just look at a random object, a little glow happens in my head, and that's all. That's all. Like nothing comes of it. I just take note of an object that's there. I take mental note.
Oh, what's question 2?
Question 2. All right, so the rest of the questions have sort of a theme. This one was supposed to be a part of a theme, but I kind of asked it in a different way, so it's not. But the theme is sort of like 10 years from now, what's going on? So for the next question, I want you guys, and I'll do it too, I want you guys to predict what you'll look like. Describe what you'll look like in 10 years from now. And in 10 years, I'm going to hold you guys to this. We're going to come back. We're gonna see how right we are.
What we look like physically?
On.
Yeah, physically describe what you look like in 10 years.
Okay, so just how we look. Okay.
We gotta pick a date. We have to pick a specific date.
Today's
November
date.
19th, 2034.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing this down. Hold on. I have no paper.
I know Wacko's gonna remember this.
Hold on, give me a second.
So that's why I feel safe asking this.
November 19th to 2034.
I don't care if this
Okay.
podcast is long gone. I want to come back to this.
I'm writing this down. Episode 3 of Arcanex. Got it. Okay. Continue.
That was the question.
Yeah.
Simon,
Oh,
what will you look like in 10 years from now?
I'd have to think about that. Unless something like really really weird happens in my life, which I generally try and avoid. I think my hair would be the same. Starting with my hair. I will. I'm predicting right now. I will not start balding at 28 years old.
Oh no!
You don't have to
Did
brag.
you think you would?
I'm not basing this prediction off anything because my dad is bald. Because my dad is bald. But like.
Oh no!
But 28 seems reasonable. That,
You hope.
Yeah.
How about 18?
You hope you have a few more in you.
Yeah.
I'll save the bald jokes for when it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like conversely, I think that my hair will probably change at some point within in the next 10 years. I don't know what it'll be, but it'll probably be different.
Is that all you got?
I know my face will probably look a little older, but I can't exactly. You know what? We're obviously not gonna show a picture, but I'll probably look like
Yourself.
one of the three of my cousins, because everyone says I look like my cousins, and I do. So I'll probably look like how they look at
I'm
this
gonna look at
age.
my uncle. Everyone's just look at my uncle. I'm gonna just look like my uncle in 10 years. This is gonna be terrible.
Well, describe how your uncle looks.
He's bald, dude. This is awful.
Yeah, you have no right to. You have no. I'm going bald way before both of you. All right, and I'll get into this when it's my turn. But it's not as sooner than you think.
I don't think I'll change. I think I'll probably still be clean shaven. My hair will change something. I might change how I dress. I might be married, so my wife might be like, "Wear button-up shirts," and I'm like, "No, I'm wearing green screen suits." Yet. What? I don't know. I probably. No, I take it all back. In 10 years, I'm gonna have pink hair and a mohawk. I'm gonna have an eye patch. I'm gonna have a robotic arm. No, I got none.
That literally all four or three of those things. Lasagna has said he's gonna look like that in 10 years too. I'm not even joking.
Oh my, I'm lasagna. I'm a Dashel hater. This is
You're gonna
terrible.
look like lasagna in 10 years.
Well, I think it was probably less of that and more so just. No, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering it when it wasn't him who said it. But
Well, it was me who said it.
I know.
Lucia, what do you look like?
Well, okay. Well, to give some context, I am balding currently. I'm 18 years old and I'm bald. My hairline is receding bad. The only reason I haven't shaved it all off yet is because I said I was gonna do it next year. So we're getting there. The moment New Year hits, that's when my head is gonna be clean.
That's your New Year's resolution?
Yeah, my New Year's resolution is to shave my head so I can go in public without a hat on.
No, you'll have to. You're gonna blind everybody.
No, I don't care. I'm okay with that as long as they don't have to look at my hairline. Other than that, I'm gonna have some sort of facial hair. I don't know what yet. I'm experimenting right now. It's not super strong yet, but once it gets strong, I'm gonna have some fun with my facial hair. I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna just be a big hair. I'm also gonna be jacked. I'm gonna be absolutely shredded. This is a real prediction. I'm gonna be huge. So yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah, I think I'll probably be more fit, but not jacked.
I think I'll still be wearing hats too. Even though my head will be bald and you can't tell my hairline is super far back, I think I'll still be a bit of a hat wearer. I'm into hats.
You said you're gonna have facial hair, right?
Yeah, giant,
I think
humongous facial hair. Either a big old beard or something. I don't
twirly
know.
mustache. You like Captain Hook?
Dude, that would be so cool.
I think as a cow they call that fur, but I'm not 100% sure.
Nah, man. We're talking human logic right now. I'm trying to fit in with you guys.
Just you're not a human. You're just fitting in.
I know this like isn't related at all, but like, what do you think Ventus and Smash Max are talking about right now?
Should I go check?
They're probably talking about what they're gonna look like in 10 years.
I agree.
Ventus is probably talking about some weird kid show, and Frank is just like ignoring him editing or something like that.
That's actually. I'm glad I brought this up now. So like.
Oh no.
What was it? It was like last week. Ventus showed us something that I had never heard of because I just don't find this stuff. I don't know how he finds it. Have you heard of AJ and Big Justice?
Oh.
Wait, well, yeah, I think you were there for that, Wacko.
I've been there when he talks about it.
Wushi, have you heard of AJ and Big Justice?
No.
Okay.
Okay, follow-up question. Have you heard of the Costco guys?
No.
What?
I can't even
Maybe
exactly
it's 'cause I hang out with Ventus
explain
too
it,
much.
but to those who know Ventus, it's like not shocking
It's right
at
down
all
his
that
alley.
that he's the one
Up
who
his
showed it
alley.
to us,
Not down his
because it's
alley.
like this. It's not a family vlog channel, but it is like this family channel that that like they
They had a video go viral, like a TikTok, of them going like, we're Costco guys. Of course we eat the chocolate cookies or whatever it was. We're Costco guys. Of course we flip tire. I don't know what they do at Costco, but I haven't seen the video. But they do that. We're Costco guys, whatever. And it blew up, and now they're the Costco guys, and they just do junk. And then they adopted a weird kid that they're not related to. It's weird.
Yeah. The main kid, whose name is the Rizzler, by the way, isn't even related to
Name.
And he's like, he's like their brand, which is crazy.
It is crazy.
Is that the actual legal name of that child?
I hope
It
I
is
hope
now.
not.
They changed it.
We can only hope so. That would be unfortunate.
Wushi, can we please go get my name changed? Can you take me to the lawyer's office?
I'm not, as your friend, I'm not gonna let you do that.
I think like the reason he's called Rizzler is because like the whole joke is that he does the Rizzler face, and like most of their videos, or like some of them, it's like this song where it's like "We Bring the Boom" or something like that, right? Am I remembering it right, Wacko?
I don't know what you're talking about. I missed this.
Okay, never mind.
It sounds like you're talking about like a Batman villain who's like, you've caught me now, Batman, but can you defeat the Rizzler or whatever? It doesn't seem real, but apparently
this
he's a
sounds
real
like
guy.
something that like all the drama YouTubers talk about for a week and then forget about.
I think
that's what happened.
Maybe not. I don't know.
No, I think that's what happened. Ventus is just too attached and won't forget.
Well, I'm not on that side of YouTube,
course.
so I don't see it.
I don't either.
I think Ventus is the only one on that side of YouTube to begin with.
Can I go ask him what it is?
Sure.
Okay, don't leave me.
All right. What do you think, Wushi?
Well, if he's depending on how much he's recording, I might try and include that conversation, whatever's going on over there. I don't know if he's recording Discord audio though, so I probably won't be able to.
Oh man, I should have done it then.
Yeah. That would have been a cool podcast little gimmick there. Now they're just gonna it's just gonna be us talking about what he could possibly be going on about in there.
I have a funny bit that I'm gonna do when he comes back. I don't.
Right.
It's probably not the best time to use it, but I just remembered that it's something I can do because I just added the ability to do this.
Well, my expectations are high, so
I don't get your hopes up that much. we could.
They're even higher now.
We might laugh or we might not.
If we don't laugh, I'll add a laugh track in. Don't worry. I got you, bro.
By the way, do you random? Do you remember this?
Of course, I remember that. That noise that I make was a thing long before I graced it upon you. Every time I meet someone, I make that noise. Laugh track it is then. Yeah, like I said, every time I meet someone, I make that little noise and
Should we?
see if they still want to be friends.
Do you want to know
Yeah.
what you're doing?
We'll like. Yeah. We'll just go with that first. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's Smash Max, Ventus, and Ali for real, who's a person that I don't know very well, but we spoke to him yesterday. All friends of the show. And Ventus is just watching his old videos. Smash Max and Ali are talking about videos. So
Sounds about right.
Our predictions were wrong. Ventus did not talk to me. He was silent the whole time. I don't know if he was paying attention to what I said because he was watching stuff. But Smash Max said that he saw a video of the Rizzler the other day. So I don't think he's gone down in popularity.
Well, that makes sense. I guess
I believe it.
Yeah, I guess to explain the sound effect in the Smash Max server, that Super Mario World pause
hate
effect
it.
is called "Stop Talking Wacko."
It's the stupidest sound of it. You know, like, you have to use Discord audio if you're going to play this part of the video.
Yeah, you can just
I'll
overlay
splice it in.
Yeah, you can just splice it in for a second.
Yeah, Wushi, Wushi, go to Discord audio for this, and then go back to my specific audio, and then go back to Discord, and then I'll go back to my mic, and I'll go back to Discord, and I'll go back to my... Keep doing that so that people can compare and contrast the different sounds. I'm just gonna keep talking so you can keep doing it for a few more times, just to give you more work to do.
I'm not gonna tell you whether or not I'm gonna do that. I want you to watch this whole episode through again, just so you know whether or not I did that.
I listened to the last one. I will, like, in 2 weeks or 1 week or whenever this video comes out, I will have forgotten this conversation and I will listen to it because I'm like, oh, it probably something funny, and I will re-listen to it.
So,
okay.
Question: are you recording Discord audio?
I am not.
Dang.
No.
Okay, so we're just gonna have whatever me and Simon Cat were talking about then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed you'd cut me out.
Yep.
The only thing that I did that you might want to know about is that I asked Ali if he'd played the Messenger yet.
Oh, yeah, you haven't asked him yet?
No, I asked him yesterday, and he said, I'll do that. And then he made a reminder for himself so that he'd play it after he was done with the game he was playing now. And so today I went back and was like, have you played it yet? And he went, no, not yet. So I'm still waiting, but I'm going to keep up with him.
Okay, that's good. Hold him accountable.
I will. It's on my to-do list.
Are you guys ready
Think of how I'm going to look in 10 years.
Are you guys ready for the next 10 years question? This is...
That's another
This is
Hold
how I
on.
do things. Oh, there's
How many
more.
questions are there?
There's two more. Two more questions.
Okay, because I don't. If there's like a lot, we'd probably go through them quicker. But if there's only two more, we can waste more time. So
I don't think this one's gonna last very long. 10 years from now, what's your job? What are you doing?
I'm an assassin.
All right, that's your guess.
Let me actually think about this. Hold on.
No, like, in all seriousness, I'm going to school for software engineering, and Mr. Jojo does things from, I can't say where he's from, never mind. He said that there were jobs around him that would hire me for that, so I'll probably take an internship down there at some point, maybe get hired in an industry down there. And if I do, I'll work there. If not, I could work as an independent programmer. Those are my two guesses. Not assassin.
Yep.
So that's good. You got a little bit of a plan. Simon Cat, are you ready, or do I need to go on about it too?
Genuinely, I don't know what I'll be doing in 10 years. I know I have a good idea of what I'll be doing in like a few months as a job. But
Interior design.
yeah. You know what?
Tell
Yeah,
us
you know
about
what?
that.
Actually, let's go with that. Let's go with that. I haven't planned that far ahead. I have planned far enough ahead.
That's good.
Hey, we should keep all those pauses in.
Maybe I will. Oh man. So I don't. My plan's a little loose and rocky, but there is a little bit of a plan there. So what I want to do, and this is an unrealistic expectation. So this isn't the plan. This is what I want, that I'm giving myself a chance. Is I would love to make money doing art stuff, doing animation stuff. Problem is, even if you go to college for that, you're not really guaranteed to get a job in that field. So I'm skipping it. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just gonna practice my skills entirely on my own because you don't really need college to be good at that. And I'm
You're
just
gonna be a Fiverr artist.
No. This is a tangent. And my job is completely unrelated. So, I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm gonna do that just in my free time. And if that gets me somewhere, great, wonderful. If it doesn't get me somewhere, I have no problem just working whatever full-time job I can get my hands on and doing that in my free time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
So-
we've talked a lot about how most art, film related skills are usually you can go to school with them, and some people probably should, but self-taught is mostly the way to go. If you're passionate enough, you will build your skills over time completely on your own.
Don't get me wrong. Going to school for that is gonna help just about anyone improve at it. It's
Right.
gonna make you very knowledgeable on it. It's not gonna make you good at it. You have to do it. That's all there is. That's all there is
Yeah.
to it. It's good to know what you're doing, but there is nothing you learn from college in that field that you can't learn from
I mean,
watching YouTube videos for completely free.
I mean, as far as making literal YouTube videos, which definitely is not the career any of us are going to go into.
You
But
assume.
as far as making quality YouTube videos and just film editing stuff in general, we are in pretty much the perfect community for that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so no
Not to get a
no
little
need
soppy.
for college when you're in the creator hub for film school, literally.
not to get soppy, but I will slightly. I've been thinking about what my job's gonna be in 10 years a lot recently, and like whether things gonna work out. Maybe I'll get an internship, and they're gonna say that I suck and fire me, and I'm never gonna get a job anywhere ever again. And it would suck. But like, if I make minimum wage, I will do a lot, but just going home every day, working on videos, logging on Discord, talking to you guys, I would be so happy if that is the extent of my life. Which, like, I don't know how long Discord will last. I hope it lasts forever. And if it doesn't, I know where you live. That is not a joke. I will find you. But like, I enjoy this so much. If nothing works out in life, at least I have that, and it's like a comfortable thing I can rely on. That
Right.
nothing's gonna be terrible forever.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
It's great.
Absolutely.
I agree. It's great to have support systems, and friends who will be there no matter what, well, like in multiple areas of your life, because I have decent amount of friends that in person that are most of them are in college, out of state, so I don't get to see them that often anymore. And
But you see me every
and
day.
yeah, and even through the worst of it, which whoever's listening to this, if you feel like you're there right now, it's not forever. You will get through it, but you guys are amazing for that, and this like Australia, our community, our friends, it's awesome. I agree.
If you guys feel like you're down in the dumps, you're just like that, join the Smash Max server. Come find me. We will play the Messenger together. It'll be a great time.
I mean, yeah. Ignoring what Wacko just said, yeah, I got my in-person friends. I got you guys. Every one of which I just listed. Like, I'm not. I don't plan on distancing myself from anyone. Because everyone in my life is a positive part of it, and yeah, I feel like that alone is something to live for.
Because I feel like I've always been telling myself as far as what to work towards, like church life, alone time life, Discord life, friends life,
Tomodachi life?
working on videos life and work life, all of that, and probably some other things I'm forgetting. That's the life, and
Yeah,
And I'm happy.
if things could just obviously you got to have some variety too, but like, if things could stay, if all the great things could stay the same, which not every great thing stay the same all the time, but if all those could stay the same, and you always work on trying to improve the things you don't like, that's the life.
and you know what? Some things are changing, but in a good way. Me and the boys, we're transitioning into adulthood, which is cool. We're driving around, we're seeing each other more independently, and it's great. And that's that's change that is exciting. Very. That's not depressing. I lost this person forever change.
Speaking of I lost this person forever change, you guys are always talking about like you have your ongoing friend group and your in-person friend group. I had an in-person friend group, but apparently they did not see me as a part of the friend group, and they all left me, and it was very sad.
Yeah.
And so I don't have anyone in person, really, except I found a guy named Malachi who looks like Wushi and Simon Cat and lasagna and spaghetti all combined. I don't know how. And he's playing Dungeons and Dragons. So next Wednesday, I'm going to go meet him up. I'm meeting with him. I don't know if he knows this. I hope he knows it because I mentioned it to him. I'm meeting up with him. I'm going to figure out how to play Dungeons and Dragons. And it's going to be fun. And hopefully it'll be great.
No, dude, it is fun. Me and the boys
played
again. Dungeons and Dragons because one of us knew how to play it. And he was trying to kind of get us to do that. And we're always down for that kind of thing. Because when we're with the boys, anything's going to be fun.
I see.
But the way we played it, just absolutely none of it. Like one of our characters that we came up with that we were playing as was named like Stinky Poopy Butthole or something stupid like that. I was playing as Mighty Eagle. It was great.
See, I'm just wondering how like a person can look like all of my best friends all combined, and look like a normal person, because like that's a lot of different hair colors.
He like his face structure is like Wushi, but his like the way his face moves, he's always smiling, and so he reminds me a lot of spaghetti, and then it's just like a bits and pieces of everything, and not the hair. I don't know what his hair color is. He always wears a red hat. I hope Malachi's watching this. Hello, Malachi. If you are watching this, how did you find this? I'm going. Don't tell anybody. This is my big secret fan club.
That's awesome. I'm very happy for you. And you know what? You always got your boys online.
I got the boys.
The boys.
And you know what? One day I'll meet you in real life. I don't know when, but I will.
Too many games 2025.
Bushi
be there.
That's a hard maybe.
You know what? I will scratch it. I'm not buying the messenger. I'm putting all my money into a Wushi GoFundMe to buy him a plane ticket. He's coming over here. We're playing Mario Party DS. It's gonna be great.
Money is half of the problem. So you know what? That would be
I am
big fix.
Spending my money on a GoFundMe to get his parents to let him go.
Dude, like
it's not. I think they would be just fine with me going. It's a problem of driving is the driving situation.
Man, going on.
I am buying
on trips
you a car
with friends or family or whatever is always produces the best memories.
Oh yeah, bro. Most recent thing I can think of, me, my brother, and my cousin, where we all have the same. I mean, my entire friend group is really into walking. I walk 6 miles a day. That should say enough. But we love walking. Every time we meet each other, like, hey, we should walk. If we have the chance not to drive somewhere, we won't. We love it. So me, my cousin, and my brother, we went out to the Black Hills, and we hiked up the tallest mountain in South Dakota, and ate jerky and nuts up there, and it was such a comfortable experience.
He's like, I want to do that. It's not fair. Like, I love walking as well. During too many games this year, you weren't there, but there's a lot of walking, and like there are bits where people were like, Smash Max. At one point, I was walking with him. He was like, "Hey, can we take a break? I'm tired of walking," and then we just like sat on the floor. I didn't get that. I don't like get tired of walking. Anyway, I love walking, but like I don't live near anything, so I can't walk to the store. Not easily. It'll take me like an hour. And I can't walk with people because I don't know anybody, and I don't have can't go hiking trails because again I don't know anybody. So like I have to just like choose. Okay, I could sit down and be productive, or I could go outside by myself in the darkness or in the cold and walk alone, and that does not sound as fun as like hiking with a friend,
buddy.
Which is very disappointing.
Every day, I get up. I walk for 2 hours and 6 miles in nothing but cornfield entirely on my own, and it is at least for me, it's very beneficial for my mental health. I think you should give it a try.
It probably is. I just can't convince myself to take an hour or 2 hours to just not be productive and just walk.
It doesn't have to not be productive though. I like work. I study for driving test stuff. I think about my projects. That's how I come up with most of my good ideas. Like you can do stuff.
Superheroes. This would be great.
And you know what? It can be productive in terms of fitness because you're gonna lose some weight by doing that, especially if you add some running in there.
That's a bad thing. My pants already don't fit me. They're too loose. It's very uncomfortable to tighten a belt past the line of where the pants are supposed to fit. I probably should not keep losing more weight, but also I do want to walk.
Sometimes it's just worth buying new pants, man. It feels good to feel physically healthy.
It probably does. I was gonna do it a while back. New pants. I was gonna try to start walking a while back, but like there aren't sidewalks because I'm not in town. So, like, if I want to walk, I just walk next to the road. And my parents are like, you cannot walk next to the road. The cars are going to hit you. You're going to die. It's terrible. Do not walk next to the road.
I don't know. Always walk next to the road.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're on.
I don't get that fear.
Walking next to the road is, like, the way to go. Where are you expected to walk?
Yeah, I
don't know.
Just going back to what we were talking about earlier, the two trips, well, one of them is a trip quote, that happen every year. Yeah, you have summer camp, and you have the weird event where you go to a different state that I can never explain to people who don't know well, but it's really fun. Trust me. Wushy knows.
I don't believe you.
That's always great. But
yeah.
But the other event. The day I got there in 2023 was the day I finally saw that DM from Smash Max and all this happened. So that was happening in the background while I was having an amazing time at Craig's Cruisers.
One day, man, I'm going to Craig's Cruisers and you're gonna be there too. It's gonna be the best day of our lives.
And this year,
am I not welcome?
This year, that place was in West Virginia, and obviously, goofing off, being incredibly stupid in college dorm rooms, it is amazing. But I also got to go on like, what's it? It's like, what's it like rafting? I don't know, like the entire
whitewater rafting.
No, not whitewater rafting. I wish.
Wafting, whitewater rafting.
Yeah, it's
like Elmer Fudd.
More calm and relaxing and slow paced rafting.
Like kayaking?
No, well you're on like tubes. No, it's tubing. That's what it was.
Inner tubes.
Yeah, I went tubing with the boys. Spaghetti was there. That's it. That's who I went.
Was the lasagna the Dashel hater there?
No, he was not there.
Yeah.
Wow, such a hater.
I feel bad that I hate him so much. I don't hate him that much. I just find it funny. And also bad. Maybe I should stop. Lasagna, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
We love you. Friend of the show.
Also, side note, lasagna, not the person. The food is delicious. I love lasagna.
You know, all the boys love lasagna. What can I say?
Wushi, we're talking about lasagna, and I said I love lasagna. Please do not count out the part where I say the food, okay? Please.
Have we even gone over, like, who lasagna and spaghetti are, or do people just think we're talking about
that's probably,
delicious
yeah,
Italian
we haven't
cuisine?
even. This is probably the first time they even came up in this podcast. So they
Oh,
are
no.
my in-person friends who I write the funny skits and they appear in them in my YouTube videos.
I talked to one of them on a stream,
This
and it
is
was
true.
great.
Wacko talked to the other one in person one time.
At too many games, which you should be at.
Yeah.
I really, really, really want to.
Yep.
Hey, I know a guy. I'll get you hooked up.
Yep.
at too many games.
I have of
No.
course tons of
Not
tons
hooked
of
up.
hilarious
Set up. I'll get you to too many
stories
games.
of good times with them and the rest of the boys that in that group that don't appear in my videos, but yeah, that's kind of just tangent land. What do we have another question?
Yeah.
There
You
is
said
one
that
more
this was a quick
question.
question, and we haven't gone to the next question in so long. We've just been talking.
This one is truly a quick question, though. I think this is a great closing question, and I think it's going to be the best question. I think this is going to spark the most interesting conversation. I think it's going to bring up a lot of interesting talking points. So, I say we should just get to it. So,
Okay.
here
I'm
we go.
concerned.
You ready? You excited? Let's get excited.
No, I was excited, but you pumped it up so much, and I'm just scared.
All right. Everyone has to answer. So, a man looks at you and
No,
thinks
no,
she's hot.
No.
You taking that as a compliment?
No.
He thinks you're hot.
No.
What?
But he
No.
also thinks you're a woman.
No.
What? Does he wait?
This is the third time.
Has he asked this question before?
Wacko, you were there when this first happened. Who even was it who first asked this?
It was me.
It was
This is my
you,
question.
okay.
I do
This
not
was
remember
dur-
this question.
was during the mess that was the final moments of the Banjo-Kazooie stream.
Oh.
And then Wushi asked it on my
Okay.
own stream, and it keeps coming up just when you least expect
And
it.
I haven't gotten an answer out of you yet. So what's it gonna
Okay.
be? Are you taking that as a compliment? He thinks you're hot, but
I
he
have
also
a
thinks you're a
question.
woman.
Does he? If he okay, so is he saying it out loud?
No, he's thinking it.
He's thinking it. Okay, so this is something that my cousin has thought when looking at my back, because I have long hair and he thinks I'm a girl, and he's like, "Oh, she's hot," and I turn around and he realizes it's his cousin, and he stops thinking that. I don't take that as a compliment, but if you know I'm a dude and you're like, that dude looks like a hot dude, I'm gonna be like, thanks, man. I'm not gay though, and that's it. Okay, so kinda.
You know,
But
I can't.
But
I
if he
can't
thinks
imagine,
you're a woman, then no.
I can't imagine that scenario happening to me. But it's in the realm of possibility. I would probably.
Well,
I now gotta come up with a funny response. Theoretically, what I would say to this person.
well, actually no. Say it to me. I'm thinking it right now.
Yeah, our cameras aren't on, Wacko.
I don't have. I know what you look like. There's a me of you right there. I'm
Dude,
staring.
there
at.
was that one face app edit of you with like the woman filter
Yeah,
that my
What?
boys posted around a lot.
What?
Wacko, have you wait
Whoa.
have you not seen this?
Post it, so I'll put it on
not.
screen too.
Oh my gosh! Whoa! Look at that.
Well, Wacko has to see it.
Yeah, Wacko needs to see it.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
I don't. I'm scared. Now I'm more scared.
This was like one of the first edits of me that was floating around in my server a few years ago.
Yeah, I think it was my brother. He made this face app edit, and he posted it there, and we just shoved that thing all over the place, and it was great. That used to be my dynamic with Simon is just me and my in-person friends doing our own inside jokes and not really making any real conversation with them.
Yeah, I mean that's how. That definitely was the impression I got from pretty much most of your core friend group. Even back then, I knew you were like the only one who actually kind of wanted to talk, but.
Yeah, first example I can think of. Okay, to be fair to my boys, because if they see this, I know I'm not trying to throw them under the bus, because I know they did make attempts to actually be friends with you.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think you guys are well acquainted enough. But first real conversation I remember having with you is when we got in that call and played the Wendy's levels.
Right,
from
I
Mario
remember that.
Maker
Yeah,
2.
I remember that.
And Magnum Schmidt was there, and he wanted to pirate the game and join us.
That's a whole other tangent that we still haven't brought up.
Yeah, and we're an hour deep, so it's a little late
Yeah.
to open that can of worms.
No, we're not an hour deep. We're only 15 minutes in.
Has anyone
We're gonna
found
have
the picture to
remove
show
that bit
Wacko?
Where I told you guys
Oh,
my
do you
social
not
security
have
number.
it? Was I supposed to be looking for
I
it?
don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
guess we should have a search party for it.
Hold on.
Well,
I can find it in a second.
You know what?
Wacko, be entertaining while we look for this picture.
Yeah, so, what was I gotta look at my calendar, see what I've been up to lately. And I can tell you something interesting. Yesterday, I got off work, and then I called my dad and asked him what he was doing for dinner, and he said he was going to my grandma's, so I had to go to my grandma's for dinner, and she cooked mac and tomatoes, which, that's weird. You know, mac and cheese is good, right? Mac and tomatoes is like, it's like spaghetti with tomato sauce, but the spaghetti is noodles, and there's no sauce. Or, the spaghetti is elbow noodles, and there's no sauce. And it's really weird, and there's also bacon in it. I don't know why she cooked it. I don't know where she got the idea, but, like, it was fine. I ate it. Grandma, if you're listening to this, it was very good. Thank you very much. She also had potatoes, and that was also good. This isn't as interesting as I thought it'd be.
Guys,
I beat getting over it.
Guy,
I beat getting over it.
Wait, you did? You
bought
didn't tell
a
me.
shirt.
Yo, congratulations.
Oh, did I not? Yeah. I beat
That's like about
getting
as
over
big
it.
as like getting married or something.
It is. When you beat it, you get like a link to a store, and the store has like a shirt that says "I got over it." So I bought that. It's in the mail. It's gonna be great. I'm wearing that out and about, and people are gonna know what it means. Hopefully.
Guys,
you have a
I
picture yet?
think we might have a problem. I'm searching. I'm just searching it, the like keywords in my server, woman and girl, and I'm not finding it.
I found it.
Oh wait,
I
you
found
found
it.
okay,
I found
good.
it.
Oh yeah, I found
I
it
just
too.
sorted by image and went ham.
I found it too.
Perfect. Now I need to find the server that we're calling in so I can send it. Okay.
Just,
All right, Wacko, get ready. Look in the general VC
I'm scared.
text chat.
It's loading. It's loading. Still loading. Oh God.
So
Wood.
so now
I'm
that we have the
French. I
reference
mean,
of this
pass.
image, so you know what this guy thinks you look like, Simon Cat. Are you taking this as a compliment?
Sure.
Is this what he thinks you look like? Wait, so is this guy like gay, complimenting me
No, he
as a
thinks
guy,
you're a
or is he
woman.
like
He thinks you're a woman.
he thinks I'm one? I do not. I take back what I said. I do not take this as a compliment. I'm insulted. That's it.
No, that was my exact answer. I'm trying to be a big masculine man with facial hair and a receding hairline. I'm not taking that as a compliment. If I'm the only way I should be attractive is as a man. If I'm attractive as a woman, then that goes against everything I'm going for with how I look.
Yeah. You know what? Like, you know what's strange? I have been confused for my mother's husband and my dad's wife separately at different occasions, and that is very weird. And I do not know how to feel about it.
Yeah,
But it's funny.
I'm not like the like what you would typically think someone like this would be like, but the look I am kind of going for is like minimal facial hair. Wacko still says I look 12, so, and I'm just leaning into that.
And that's good, because you gotta lean into what your genetics have given you, or you're just gonna look like a confused mess. Because, I'm a big guy. I'm balding, so naturally, like, the look that I have to go for is a bald guy with a bunch of facial hair and that's completely shredded.
That's why I
you lean into what works.
I think I look fine leaning into that direction, just because I am so ridiculously pretty much unhealthily skinny. Not like literally unhealthy, but
you should lean into this picture more.
Yeah, I had the opposite problem, man. I'm down like 90 pounds from my highest weight. It's very easy for me to be very large.
Oh yeah, it's been I don't think I've gained much weight in last 10 years, more than like 10 or 20 pounds. I've definitely said before, like, statistically and theoretically I shouldn't exist the way I do.
You should fly away.
Yeah, I mean, you're the type of person I don't have any advice for, because I
eat more chicken.
I have to I have to put I have to put effort into being anywhere close to where you are.
I mean, I'm sure I will at some point, but like, for the advice, the current advice I get from my doctors is still just, you are not reaching your the calories you should be. So, I saw, who is it? Zalim, is that how you pronounce it? The guy, friend of the show.
Zalim.
He said like on Twitter that he has pretty much, he's had pretty much the exact same problem, and I was gonna reply but I forgot to. It was like no way, someone who has similar experiences to me. That's crazy.
I'm meeting more and more people who have that sort of deal, and I'm trying to be more more sensitive to it, because for a long time that would have sounded very appealing to me, and I'm starting to realize that no, that's also a problem. Well, there's a happy middle ground.
Well, yeah, in my case, like, I'm sure it like, I definitely could be doing better, but like, it's not causing.
You're not.
No, it's not.
I don't
yeah,
think
it's not,
you're.
It's not
you're
causing,
not seem like an unhealthy
it's not
guy.
causing noticeable problems or anything. Like, if I were malnourished, there's a big difference between being malnourished and me.
Yeah. Well, that was a very lighthearted thing to end on, Simon. Yeah.
Starvation is a real problem. Yeah. Do what you can, guys.
Kids, don't starve.
I
just fixed World Hunger.
I know that's a game, right?
Don't
starve. It is. That's not what I was referencing, but
that's like in the very first TRG episodes, like, don't eat the mushroom.
TRG. Don't eat it. What's that TR? The Runaway guys. The Runaway. Okay. Is that the last question?
That was the last question.
Oh wow. Oh,
that sparked way more conversation than I thought. I thought Simon Cat would just shut me down, and then we'd end
You guys suck. Goodbye. Yeah. Like, before we end, I will say this has become a thing that I look forward to. I'm like, I can't wait for that podcast. I can't wait to record the podcast. It's gonna be great.
No, I've been having so much fun with you guys. It has been really great. I've been growing so much closer to you guys. You guys are awesome. All that positive jargon.
Yep.
Schlop. How dare you be happy? I think we should end this so I can eat, because I ate dinner at like 5 and I'm hungry again because it's like 11:30.
Yeah, and I should probably sleep too. I've gotten into that sort of sleep schedule where I go to sleep really early.
All right, are we stopping?
Dang.
Are we stopping the
healthy
recording?
sleep schedule? That's insane.
No,
we
gotta
have to
give
say
him
an
a bit of an outro.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Actually, I know exactly how to get us to stop talking and stop the recording.